Hello everyone, it's Friday, April 18th, 2025, and it's time for Off the Ledge. This is a time that we're together to remain centered, remain focused, and remain intentional during these times of great heinous things happening in the United States, and we are keeping our eye on the ball, on the prize of strengthening our democracy, not weakening it, and doing it together, remembering when we fight, we win. There it is. When we fight, we win. Don't forget. Today is Good Friday in the Christian tradition, which is a worldwide kind of a thing. Probably over 1 billion people. This is a very sacred day. It's a high potency day for prayers and intentions, so make sure that you kind of, get on that bandwagon. And we have a Good Friday service, Church of Spirituality, at 3 p.m. today. If you want to catch the live stream, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It's about 45 minutes. And thank you to all of you who joined me last night for the Holy Thursday service. Those of you who aren't familiar, I'm on a mission to retain the goodness of the spiritual stories and the divine wisdom in spiritual stories without dogma. So join us for that if you can, and if you haven't yet, please watch the Holy Thursday service from last night. There was some real special energy going on there. Let's read from Ernest Holmes. Continue to pray for and intend for the return of the detainees. Continue to pray and intend, and we will, for the United States of America to get back on track. This pivotal time that we're in is determining whether a dictator of the United States gets to do whatever he wants with us no matter what. So we're not going there. We're not on our watch. This is not happening. Lots of rallies tomorrow. Ernest Holmes from 365 for today. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is and which was and that is to come, the Almighty. He starts with that. The divine is the substance of all things and is the law of all things, and there is everlasting motion and freedom. The Spirit is the stream of life throughout creation, forever purifying and forever renewing everything. Today we cast out all limitation, and we are carried forward on the stream of life. We now release all hindrances to our good, and if new hindrances arise, we dismiss them with finality. I like that. God is our source and creator, and we accept God's fullness and God's gladness. We are manifestations of God, possessing God's being and His grace. We bless God within us, and we see ourselves as pure spirit. We no longer need to accept ideas of human weakness or the necessary suffering of humanity. We live today in an attitude of faith and divine love. We are clear in mind and resolved to happiness and victory. We are impelled toward our good and decide now to be well instead of ill, joyful instead of sad. We accept the perfect expressions of God with a whole heart. We accept the fulfillment of love, the satisfaction of achievement. God is real in our lives and in all that concerns us. We have immediate access to the limitless power and energy of the universe itself. And so it is. Thank you, Ernest. We are always co-creating. Let's read our protection prayer. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And so it is. God means what God means to you. It's not religious dogma. I feel like I have to always say that, because people understandably have a lot of baggage and issues around religion. Understandably. There are reasons. Good reasons for that. Okay, Kathy Beale today has the astrology report. It is a very busy day on the astrological calendar as I'm looking at it. Moon in Capricorn today, Mars in Leo. That's true to my birth chart. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for April 18th, 2025.
Sorry,
Do you feel like you've come back from the dead? Energy is coursing through you and through everybody. Talk is rampant, feisty, empowering. Mars has moved into the sign of Leo. The cosmic action hero is in his most dramatic guise. Go for it, whatever it is. And you might find that whatever you find yourself compelled to start doing, to push forward, to express today, has something to do with, November 5th. That's all for now.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, wow. Feisty energy today. Yeah, my Mars is in Leo. I can, you can probably tell. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's go to some cards. And I want to just mention a couple things about evil and the dark side. Evil is a real thing, and we want to be aware that that's happening, that it's infiltrated our government, but love and goodness is way more powerful, and we have to lean into the love. We'll see changes when we lean into the love. So really keep that in mind and just know, like this Mars and Leo energy is like, let's go. Let's go with the love, right? Leo is like, it's the strength of the lion and the gentleness of a kitten. So we can be both, right? And where this is Good Friday, and I'm going to be talking about the life of the story of the great teacher Christ. He was really powerful, but he was never forceful. The whole idea of peaceful revolution is very real. It's only the dark side that thinks it has to clunk things over the head in order to get what it wants, and that's kind of literal, unfortunately, sometimes. So, I'm so grateful that you're here for this Off the Ledge series. Please pass it on if it's been helpful to you. And I do this daily, and Kathy helps with her astrology forecast. To book a session with Kathy, go to EmpowermentUnlimited.net to book a session with me, including spiritual life coaching sessions at psychicannetdion.com. And there's a special rate for a new client. I'm going to pull 3 cards to get us through today. One more thing is that we say declarations every single day at noon to turn this fascist train around and to create a strong democracy. The things that need to occur, I've written into declarations. If you'd like to receive them, email me at netdion7@gmail.com and I'll send them right out to you. I just copy and paste it and send it to you. I'm not saving your email addresses or anything. So every single day at noon Eastern time, adjust for your time zone, we say the declarations, not in a Zoom room, just on our own, okay? And we visualize them. So you'll see that they're starting to work. I mean, we got to see that Van Hollen, the representative from Maryland, got to visit with Garcia and find that he is alive and doing as well as can be expected, I suppose. We'll look into that tonight at PNN. What we're seeing with the cards here are ordinariness. Is if we think that we have to, that we're going to do business as usual, it's going to feel schizophrenic. So the ordinariness, it's kind of an Easter looking card. We're going to we really feel the contrast. It's really the paradox of this is going to lead us into a better world, but it feels insane right now. So to get from, we have to go from the ordinariness, because things aren't the way that they used to be. We have to go from the ordinariness and not treat these times, like remember Einstein said, you can't solve a problem at the level of the problem. We can't solve the problems through ordinariness. We're going to just feel like we're schizo if we do that. We just really have to get into this place of things are different. Nothing is as usual. I mean, one stupid example is that, eggs used to be cheap, and we buy dozens and dozens of eggs this time of year, and now it's a big issue. It's not ordinary times. I'm just using that as a little example. So we go from ordinariness out of ordinariness because things are different now. And we have to treat it that way or we're going to feel schizo. Okay, so let's just take this moment and accept that we cannot approach what's going on in America, in our democracy, as if things are business as usual. Business as usual would mean we're not really doing that much. We're going to draw upon our courage to bring us from that schizophrenic state to a strong, rebirthed democracy, resurrected democracy in the spirit of the season. A couple of years ago in Tennessee, during this time of the year, the week, Holy Week it was, Justin Pearson, Justin Jones, and Gloria Thompson were kicked out of the Tennessee state legislature because there was a terrible shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, and they were peacefully protesting. They wanted gun laws. They wanted the state legislature to talk about it, and then they got kicked out. But then right around just before Easter Sunday, the people rallied and they got their seats back. There was a terrible shooting in Florida yesterday. They're all terrible. And the orange buffoon responded to it without compassion and caring, but with stating that he's not going to do anything about gun laws. He didn't even say anything about I send out my condolences, my sympathies to the family. He just doubled down. He felt like the most important thing was to double down on we're not going to do anything about guns. So that's where we are. So let's all stay on board with getting this democracy turned around. And here's a card from our friend Barbara. We rise by lifting others. Let's rise up. I'll see you later on today. I'm going to go do my declarations. It's almost noon here. And at 3 o'clock, if you can, join us for our Good Friday service. It'll be about 45 minutes. Namaste. Thumbs up, subscribe.